Oh, I think they're both great.
I've never been to that camp.
Bank camps are pretty good. A lot of interviews, and what he's doing now is he's only interviewing people that have really strong piano statements or so. So instead of like, well, we solo is on, but we are upside down because of
Right.
So, but both were. I mean, I enjoy both. Maybe camp's a little smaller.
Excuse me. Thank you.
So.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
I keep thinking about it, but Austin in August doesn't pull me at all.
Yeah, I know. It was like a.
Last time I did Austin in August, I wore a vest and a button-up shirt, went to lunch. I had to go back to the hotel because I was just drenched all the way. Oh, it was.
Yeah, that does not do it for me.
No, it was awkward. All right. Bud, were you able to log in?
Not yet.
Not yet. Still booting up?
Yeah. So go ahead and get started. I'll
Okay. Well, today is Command 103. So we're going to talk about insights and campaigns. But real quick, those of you that have been in my classes or playing around with Command, how's it going? Be honest, it's okay.
I made some just sold signs.
Made some just sold signs, so you're in designs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I have not revisited it since last week.
Okay, so Jamie still needs to get in and play around. So Danielle, what are your thoughts then? You liking it? Is it easy?
I did like it, yeah.
Okay. Good.
Also, pretty easy to do that part of it. Got into Trilio, so.
Yeah, logged into the Twilio or whatever it is and all that stuff. Good.
Yep.
Yeah, I've got mine set up, so they're going out. Amber's getting them. We learned with Twilio that she can reply back to that number, and it shows up as a pop-up notification through Kelly, and I can then go into the contacts and see it and everything. So that'll be fun because we can see all that stuff in there.
I do have a question. So
I have an answer, I hope.
sent my my app to my sister,
Okay.
who I came across in Command on the list of activity or whatever on her profile,
Okay.
or her contact. But she sent me a message, and I can't figure out where to find it or how to reply.
It should be in your timeline. Should show up in there.
Yes.
However, replying, you can't really reply through Command right now.
Okay.
So I just sent her a text.
Okay.
Hey, got your message, blah, blah, blah. Same thing with that Twilio stuff. I couldn't go in there and hit reply and send a text.
Okay.
It was, hey, Amber said, thank you. She texted, cool, that gives me an option to, hey, this is the way I'm looking at doing it is when I'm sending a text through my cell phone, this is my direct number.
Okay.
That way it feels that exclusive, like, ooh, I've got that phone
Right.
and all that
I
stuff.
just thought
so.
I could reply to her and it would show up in the app.
I initially thought so too, and it doesn't right now. Could that change? Probably.
Okay.
I'm not 100%.
I thought I just couldn't figure out how to do it.
No, go
Okay.
ahead. Yep.
Guys, really quick, can you tell me how to get out of that so I can get into Chrome? I was
Escape.
down.
The escape button, top left. I'm sure. I'm assuming.
It didn't work.
Hit Alt Tab, and it should flip you over to another page. All right. So today we're going to talk about two items. We're going to do insights and campaigns. Okay. So we're going to start with insights because this one's fairly self-explanatory and easy. And then we're going to spend a lot of time talking about campaigns, and we're going to have some fun, open, honest conversations. So if you're all logged in, but did you get logged in?
No, for some
Not
reason
yet.
my computer's slow.
I can't get out of this thing either.
Over, Jamie. I'm going to have you scooch in for a second. Thanks, Skinny Thoughts.
I was downloading. What'd you do?
Hit the window button.
Yeah, I just.
Does that keep popping up because I'm installing Windows? Is that why?
Maybe.
I should be okay now?
Yep, you should be good.
Is this yours?
No,
Nope.
it's fine. All right, so if you're able to log in on your main homepage, we're going to
Next one for us.
click the KW in the top left-hand corner. We're going to go down to Insights. So I'm going to leave this up on the screen. I'm going to kind of walk around and we'll talk about Insights. So what are Insights? This is great stuff for us to put in. So you guys should probably see the same insights that I do right now because we're at the same location. What an insight is, think about when you're going out and you're taking buyers out and they're looking at homes. What are other things they're looking for? Schools, dry cleaners. I'm a huge fan of beer, so I'm going to find breweries. I'm going to look for all sorts of different things. If your kids have extracurricular activities, they play hockey or basketball or football, whatever the case is. This information translates out into the mobile app. So what these insights are things that we as agents have generated and set points of interest. Case in point, we've got Keller Williams Executives Realty. And we can go in here and click on it, and it gives a little description. It talks about the agent who put it on there. You can see a green thumbs up and a red thumbs down. Thumbs up, it's good. Accurate information, or I like that place. Thumbs down, I'm not a fan of that place.
Network security.
KWDSM 2006, 2017.
I can get down to listings, but I don't have the insights.
Control minus sign. Jamie, control minus sign.
Okay. Oops.
And then
I know what
go
that
back to
is.
the
Oh,
insights.
okay.
Were you
Yep.
able to like it? So,
So we can go in here and look at all this and see what's going on. So we can see a list of all the insights that are currently here.
So like Salsa Brava doesn't exist anymore. We can get rid of that. Neither does Salsa.
Correct.
Count
Now
that
again,
yesterday.
some of those things might not exist. So that would be when I go into here and maybe report it. I'm not going to click on it right now. But let's go, Salsa Brava doesn't exist, right?
Correct.
So I'm going to go down here and I'm going to report reason.
Salsa Bravo's gone?
Mhm.
It is.
Inappropriate content, copyright infringement, fair housing violation, or other. Let's say other, and say close.
And because that's somebody else's insight, will they get a message?
What should happen is they will get a message that that information is inaccurate.
Is he an agent? Mark Murad?
They
I don't
have
know
to
who that
be.
is. In our office?
No, they don't have to be an agent in our office. They can be an agent, a KW agent anywhere. The only people who can put in these items are KW agents.
So what if I put insights into Kelly?
Mhm.
Because I had to do that for Bold,
Mhm.
but they're not showing up. Is it a distance thing or a?
Could be. This will geotag, and when you did it during Bold is also when we were doing updates to this system, so there might have been a got lost in translation type thing.
Hey, Seamus, what's the, is it South Metro or South Metro Guest?
South Metro,
And then you said KWDSM 2017.
I believe so.
Is that all capped?
All lowercase.
So now why do these pop up?
Oh, they're here.
Like I've got the ice ranch.
So these pop up, think of these as just points of interest, things to do, restaurants, things like that. This is Keller Williams' version of Yelp.
Okay.
Our insights are on Kelly and my phone. They're still there. Doesn't matter. They just don't translate over.
I'm not sure.
Okay.
That one we'd have to double check on and
Okay.
see more details. We'll probably have to reach out to support, see what's going on there. But the cool thing is you can go in here and a client can go search for a location. So let's go, I don't know, let's go to Denver. It doesn't look like it's pulling anything up right now, which is weird because I know there are insights here. But we can go in and add in these insights. Now keep in mind, on that reporting, it said fair housing or copyright infringement. We talked about copyright a little bit last week. Use your own photos, don't use someone else's. Because if you use someone else's photos and they say you're it's an infringement of copyright, minimum first time fee is like $15,000.
Oh,
I just wouldn't do it. So I would go to those places. Again, for me, and I'm recording and that's okay, I like going to breweries. I found a great new brewery in Parker. So I'm gonna go in there. We're planning on going in the next couple weeks to go hang out. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna put an insight in. I'm gonna probably ask the business owner and introduce myself. Hey, my name's Seamus Sampson. I'm with Keller Williams. Hey, just want to let you know I want to put this information out on my mobile app so my buyers and sellers can see things in the area. Would you be okay with that? What do you think that business owner is going to say?
absolutely.
Absolutely. If they say no, cool. I'm going to go ahead and leave and not give them business. That's just me. But you can go in and add these. So let's go ahead and create an insight real quick. Up in the top right-hand corner, I hit create an insight. It's a place or an area. Oh, so you can put areas too. So you do an insight about your neighborhood that you're farming or a place. Search for a new location. So what's the location? I use Clark Farms as a lot of examples, so I'm going to do area, Clark Farms. Name is Clark Farms, and what is it? Look, acupuncture, advertising and marketing, airport, airport terminal, amusement parks, animal shelters. Pretty sure this thing keeps going. Or it should. You can also search. Now it doesn't find neighborhood. Okay, so that's something that I need to look at. Maybe I need to rename this. Subdivision. No options. Okay. Well, we'll worry about that here in a little bit.
Does it matter, like in this, I mean, should we keep other people's stuff in there?
It'll automatically be there. You can't delete theirs. Just like they can't delete yours.
Okay.
So if someone's already put in, like Patricia already put in Keller Williams executives. If you really wanted to, you could put it in as well. It'd be redundant because it'd be on there twice. So I would make sure there's places like that. Like that's why I'm going to that new brewery because I know where it's at. It just opened. It hasn't even officially like launched opened. We had to go for a soft opening. So I'm going to go talk to them.
What's it called?
It's a really good question. I don't remember. I know right where it's at in Stroh though. And then you give details. Give a description about the area. It's also going to have you put a photo. Because just like everything else, social media, Yelp, all that, we want to see pretty pictures. So put an image that you control, you own, that you took, whatever. That's why I'm going to go to that brewery as an example. I'm probably going to snap a photo of all the beer taps and the outside of the suite itself and put that information in here. Then it's shared to every KW agent through here. It is now on the mobile apps, and consumers can go out and look there. Because how many of you have gotten a, hey, where's the nearest grocery store? No one? Just me? Okay, just me apparently. But I've had clients go, hey, I want to be within walking distance to something. If you have kids, you want to be within walking distance to a park. During the summer, kids don't want to be cooped up. You don't want to be cooped up with kids. We can go look at insights, or your clients can go look at insights and see the areas around there.
The picture where the plus sign is?
Yep. Any questions on insights? Nothing? All right. Insights are pretty easy. What I would do, guys, is as you're going around, if you're driving around with clients, take notes. Put in insights. You can do it on your phone too. You can do it in the mobile in Kelly and add an insight right there. hopefully, like Jamie was talking, like she was doing in bold, hopefully that'll translate over. I'm assuming it was just a glitch at that point in time that you'll be able to go out and do that. Worst case scenario, it doesn't. At least I've got it saved into Kelly. I'll just log into commands, I don't know, the next weekend and just plug those items in and go from there. All right. You guys are putting in any insights right now? I'll give you guys a couple minutes to finish that up, and then we're going to go over to campaigns.
Does it have to be a certain kind of image to upload? I can't see that.
When it relates to the image, I have found that it doesn't give you the here's what it needs to be. If it's not that right size, it'll give you a pop-up that says, hey, it needs to be bigger or smaller or something like that. All right, so let's look at campaigns now. So again, to get to campaigns, I've always found it easy. Click the KW in the top left-hand corner, opens everything up. Campaigns looks like a little megaphone with a person on it. When we click into campaigns, you'll see up in the top right or at the top, it says paid ads, emails, direct mail, social posts. As you start to create these campaigns, you'll be able to click on these titles, these headings, and see what you have working. So I currently don't have any emails. I do have a paid ad that I'm working on right now. Direct mail, if you have anything set up, or social, I do have one there. We're going to start at social posts because everyone is attached in their settings, their business page on Facebook. Yes?
Yes.
If you haven't, make mental notes, do that. Number one, social posts are only on your business page. We do not use this system to post onto your personal page. It is all through business. So if you don't have a business page, create one. And then we can go in here and play around. So there's two types of posts we can do in campaigns. You can schedule a post or do an immediate post. So let's do a post. Let's promote our mobile apps today. Under social, you'll see on the right-hand side suggested quick posts. And it's finally showing up for me today. It might show up for you, it might not. But as you scroll, you'll see three options. There's the neighborhood, there's an image, and there hopefully is a video. If not, you're gonna have two different images for social posts. I had two different images this morning as well, and I posted one, so I'm not gonna go through the entire process, but I'll show you guys all that stuff. The video though, if you were at family reunion, this is the video that they showed at family reunion. If you watched any of the live streams, this is the video they showed on those live streams. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, after class hit play, it's 2 minutes. And it shows you all the cool things you can do with the mobile app. One of the things we just talked about, insights. It features insights in that video. But let's go on the bottom right-hand side of any of those, you'll see a little arrow pointing to the right. Pick one of them, click that little arrow, and it's going to give you this pop-up. It has already created the ad for you. You can, if you want, modify. So you can change the text. Me personally, I'm not a huge fan of all the emojis. Smarter searches, brain emoji. I don't need that. Better collaboration, handshaking. Dreamier house, whatever. You can change it. Add, subtract, multiply, divide, same rules, same thing with Facebook, posting, all that. You have the option to upload video. It's already there if you clicked on the video one. If it's photo, you should automatically have one here. And then you can go in and you have the option post schedule or publish immediately. And it'll show down here your business page. When you schedule, you can select a day and a time to send this out. The cool thing about this, and I'm going to talk a little bit of social media for a minute. If you have you get into the rhythm, you get into a habit of doing the same type of post the same day. Your traction is going to be a lot better. Case in point, Chad Himes. Those of you who don't know who Chad Himes is, I met him about a year into my real estate business, works with Keller Williams, works with Ben Kinney, who runs the Ben Kinney team and owns Brevity, the CRM software. One of Chad's things he does every Monday is the Movie Monday post. He's a real estate agent. He was a regional director, and he does a Movie Monday post every Monday. I know when I wake up in the morning and I open up Facebook after I've gotten out of bed, I'm going to see Chad's post, and it is simply this: hey, it's Movie Monday. What movies have you watched over the last week, and rate it from 1 to 10 and why? Here's what's cool about doing that consistency. There were times when Chad would go out of town for work and wouldn't post, and people thought he was murdered. They were getting online and or messaging him or going onto his Facebook page. Oh my gosh, Chad, is everything okay? I didn't see your post. What's going on? I challenged another agent a few years ago to do the same thing. What he did was Mansion Monday. So what he did is he went out and he found mansions in the Denver area. And he would post them. And he started, and 3 weeks went by, he posted something, and his engagement went through the roof because he took a picture of the George Jetson's house out in Genesee. And he said, that's a mansion. Hundreds of people got online. Some people said, oh my God, I love that. It's one of my favorite things to see when I'm driving up there. And then there was someone who challenged him and said, that's not a mansion. So he got on and he commented, the definition of a mansion is a unique home. This is unique, right? There's no front door, you gotta go up the elevator. It's got one bathroom. It's a unique home that is very iconic. He got into a conversation with that person, and guess what he ended up doing? Selling them a house. Not that house, but a house. So if you want to do that, I'm a huge fan of alliteration. Movie Monday, both M's, Mansion Monday. I don't know, there's this thing Mexican restaurants do on Tuesday. What's that called? Taco Tuesday. Find something. It doesn't have to be real estate related. But the cool thing about this is you could create that post in command and you can schedule it to go out whenever you want. So I've already done my one post for today, so I'm going to schedule this to go out. Let's go Thursday. And I want this to go out at, wrong way, 9 a.m. All I do is hit schedule. It'll give you, here's what it's going to look like. And I'm going to schedule that post. Done. If you guys haven't done it, post it today. Post it immediately. It will seriously go to your Facebook in about 30 seconds and then go check it. It goes to your business page, so what I would recommend is if you want your friends to see all this as well, know when that's going out and then share it to your personal page. That's what I did on mine. If you go to my page, you'll see a share from my business page to my personal page, and it's in there. I've already had, when I looked about 30 minutes before the class started, I had a reach of 25, and I've already had one shared me and one like.
Cool. How often are you doing like the sort of the post or the campaigns, social posts through your business Facebook page? Or
How often am I doing it, or how often should I be doing it?
Maybe both.
Right now, I'm not doing it as often as I should, probably about once a week. Now, what I should be doing is probably 3 times a week. And we can talk social media on a whole other things. We can go down that rabbit hole and talk about engagement and all those fun things at that point in time. But I would get into that again. Campaigns is there about consistency. When we talk about email, I don't care what my email says. I just want my name in their inbox every 2 weeks. I want them to see me online on social media. Let's call it 3 times a week. If you want to be more, go more. If you want to do less, that's fine too. Lindsay, you just walked in. I'm going to pick on you. I'm sorry. How often do you guys post online, social media wise, for the team?
Oh man, well in the last week, not much, but I would say regularly, maybe at least 3 every week.
Yep.
You know, and then if we have listings, more so.
Sure. Yeah. Listings, you're going to add those on. Just listed,
Yeah.
just pended, just sold. But I'm going to find some central message or something that I can do. Again, make it easy Monday, Wednesday, Friday, something like that.
What are impressions? Like when you
So-
post something?
Mhm.
Yeah.
So impressions it's basically what they call analytics. So what you can start to do as you start to do these, your impressions will go up or down depending on the type of post. Some posts you'll do great. Other posts you might consistently not do so well on. Well, what am I going to spend more time on? The ones that have more impression or less? So this helps me on a business standpoint know what to spend time on and what not to spend time on.
You mean as far as like, cause I did a post
Mhm.
and I've got like 3 more days and it says 203 impressions and 5 clicks.
Okay.
I have no clue what that even is.
Sure. How's it doing? So you've had 203 people look at it and 5 people click on it. What's that percentage? 2.5%?
I was gonna say
Something
that's
like that.
good.
Let's be honest. Impressions, we were talking this earlier outside of class. Most impressions when it comes to the digital landscape, somewhere between, on an average, should be somewhere between 5 to 13, 14%. Should be a follow through. So this is your first time doing it. Okay, maybe it's just a time on task. But if we keep hitting that, let's say 2.5%, maybe we tweak something, change the verbiage, or change the post altogether. I would start by just tweaking the verbiage and then see if you get better engagement.
Okay.
And again, we could go down that rabbit hole for like 6 hours. I don't want to, bore you guys to death with all that stuff. So, but that's something to look at as time goes on, and it'll start to make more sense the more posts you do. You'll go, okay, I get it. I'm getting more engagement. I'm getting more feedback or more impressions by doing this type of post over this. So the ones I'm not doing so well on, scrap them, not worry about it. Focus on what's getting me good traction. Any questions on social? Nothing? Cool. We're going to go from right to left. We're going to talk about direct mail. So here's one of the cool things with this. Show of hands in this room who uses a mail out service like Boomerang as an example. 1, 2, 3, 4 of you. Now, 4 of the 8 of us. 50% of this room, plus I know Rhonda's online looking at this, so just over 50% of this room uses something like Boomerang. Mails out. Bud, why do you use it?
It's a chance to kind of be in my Spears world once a month without kind of bugging the crap out of them. And it's also something of value.
Mhm.
It's, 2 for 1 at the movie theater or
Yeah.
2 free tickets to the home show. So
Mhm.
it's just, and I also just feel like it provides value to them.
Yeah.
And a touch point without a call, hey, how are you doing? How are the kids? Yada, yada.
Sure.
So that's kind of why I use it. I
Yeah,
used it for
something
about 3 or 4 years.
People do it, and I've talked to people who use services like that they have clients that call and say, hey, when's my next postcard coming? Boomerang, as an example, gives out 2 for 1s or discounts or whatever the case is. Like Amber and I just got one for $20 off at the Melting Pot when we spend 50 or more. I'm okay with that. Now, I'll be honest, I got it from a competitor. I'm a real estate agent. Thank you so much, competitor, for giving me $20 off a meal with my wife that I'm never going to use you as my agents.
Yeah, how does that work? The
I
same
don't care.
thing, I got one of mine asking if I wanted one, and I'm like, he lives in my neighborhood, he's with Remax, and I'm like, I really want the coupon, but I don't want to take it.
Take it. So here's the conversation that Rhonda and I had last week. She sends out one of those mailers, but so do like 3 or 4 other real estate agents send out the same thing to the same person in the same neighborhood. Because Jamie, your mailer is the same as Bud and Danielle's and everyone else's, right?
Yep.
Is there a potential that there's overlap?
Absolutely.
Absolutely, right? So another option is using this. How much do you guys spend on mailers?
$1 a piece, maybe a little less.
Okay. Buck a piece?
Yeah, $120, I think.
I was like, what was that?
Yeah.
Whatever it was. You can also create mailers in here. So you could set up a campaign called a 12 Direct, which is exactly what a boomerang, something like that is. It's once a month that goes out. Let's go ahead and create a new campaign. We're going to go to direct mail. Here's the options you have. Advertise a listing, just listed, just sold. You can attract listings. How much is your home worth in today's market, as an example? Attract talent. Are you looking for a career change? Join our team. Brand awareness, because the brand is who? Is it Keller Williams or is it you? Who is that? It's me, it's you. It's not KW. We're not the other companies. We get to brand ourselves. So if you're moving into a new farming area, brand awareness is an example. Events. Hey, Jamie, don't we have a big thing coming up in April?
April 25th.
April 25th. What is that?
Electronic recycling and shredding event here at the office parking lot.
You're at the office parking lot. Wait, all that stuff's taken care of. All we got to do is
All
just
free.
invite people, right? It's free.
Yep.
So could I send that out to my farm? Because I'll be honest, I already have it saved in my calendar, and I already have a corner of my freaking basement with crap that gets to come over for the free events. Thank you, office. That I get to send that out. Are there other people who are probably going to find that of value? So an event. I know there's a couple teams in here that do big events every single year. A barbecue. You'd send out that stuff there. Attract buyers. Where would I send a postcard to attract buyers? Where's the easy low-hanging fruit?
Complex.
What's that?
Apartment complex.
Apartment complexes. I go find an apartment complex, and could I mail to everyone in there? Yeah. Or other. You just want to send something out. Let's pick one. Let's do the event. Event awareness. Now down here below that, you have default templates or upload a custom template. If you've already created one like the office has, and you got it customized to you with your information on it, thanks office, you can upload that in here as a PDF, and 90% of your job's already done. I'm going to click default templates just because I don't have that saved onto this computer. And I'm going to go set up campaign. Oh, I forgot to name it. Charting event 2020. Now I'm going to set up campaign. So it says listing details. Where would I put for that? I'm doing an event.
The address of the event.
I would do the address of the event. Oh, state, not city.
So it's also, Seamus, with this kind of program here is to sort of, you know, it makes companies like Michael Lewis Marketing Suite sort of saying that KW has all that sort of artwork in the house, so to speak.
Yep, and as time goes on, more and more designs are going to be thrown into this. Again, this stuff is just coming out, and we don't want to overwhelm the system. So they're going to start piece by piece adding things out. And you would put in a description. I'm just going to type in stuff here to save time. Save that. $1. Listing photo, this would be where I would put that image with all the information about the shred event. I have no idea what's on this computer. I hope nothing awful.
Close your eyes.
Right? Oh, I can't get on that. Okay, fine. Just kidding. You would put an image in there. Agent, you would go in here and fill out all your information. You'll notice as we go through these on the left-hand side, the ones that are done and I'm good with have a green checkbox. If I'm doing something wrong, it'll be blank or they'll have a red X in there. So I'll go through all that. Oh, look, invalid. Apparently I have to put the spaces in. Market center, you'll fill that information out. Targeting, let's go down here. Local targeting or target my database. So again, you can do both. Farming, and you already have a farm saved into command, or you're sending out the event to your clients. One of the things that we do on our team for marketing is the pie event. And we purposefully target for the pie event just the people in our database. Because we're giving out a free pie in hopes of generating business. Yes, I could shotgun blast that out to anyone in a 5-mile radius of here. Number one, I'm going to send out a ton of pies because who doesn't want a free pie? And number two, my return on investment is going to be negligible. I could get 100 people in here that I don't know and maybe have one person say, yeah, I'm thinking about possibly selling. So again, think about your targets.
So if you hit target my database, you get to choose who in there? Or is it gonna automatically,
Add contacts.
and can I filter them by tag? I can, by tags.
Mm-hmm. So you filter them by tags.
Obviously, I'm not gonna send an invitation to an event to somebody who lives in Florida.
Right.
So,
Correct.
but I can target.
So you find your tags and it'll only pull up people that have an address. See that? Like Josh, I can't click on him because I don't have his address. And then your budget, you can go in here. So check out these prices. Let's go over to the right-hand side and take a look at them. You have 4 different sizes, 4 different prices. KW Compact 4x6, 59 cents, first class. Default template 6x9, 79 cents, standard, or 99 cents, first class. The most expensive I see on there are the bigger ones, the 6x11s, and it's $120 first class or 89 cents standard. Choice is yours. You can also go down here and set a budget. I only want to send this to 100 people. I can do that math. 59 cents times 100 is 59 bucks to send this out. All right, I'm going to go into one I've already played with so I can show you guys the next piece. So as you filled all that stuff out, the next step in the top right is finding your target. So I said total number of homes, 100. This is a just listed or just sold postcard I'm working on right now. I can go look at all property types, all many bedrooms, square footage, send a copy to company address. I would recommend that so you see what's sending out. So if I do this, there's my listing that I sold. Here's the 100 neighboring homes around it that this will send out for. All I do is hit next. If I haven't already put in my credit card information to pay for it, and walk away. They print it, they ship it. How cool is that?
And that's cheaper than Boomerang, but then, I mean, like Boomerang has the food stuff though.
Mhm. But could this be an add-on, or I don't use Boomerang? And no offense, I know someone in my farm that uses Boomerang because I get his stuff. I'm not going to waste my money. He can go out and do that, and I thank the guy for sending me coupons every single month. Again, I'm not going to use it. Personally, I'm going to create my own.
Like I'm doing an Easter egg hunt, kind of there's not a template for that yet because this is relatively new. Or you have to kind of create a custom template or so.
Yeah, you can create a custom design and then pull that over into the direct mail and go from there. So it's all within one ecosystem. Yeah. What other questions, comments?
Can you go back one step to show me how you got there?
So this.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, it's not activated yet. So you started here, create campaign, direct mail, whatever. As you fill out all the stuff on the left, these become the green check boxes. Top right hand says step 2, configure targeting. And then from there you can go in and set that up and you can find all those addresses and so on and so forth and have fun. All right, the next one we'll talk about is emails. So we're gonna switch gears for half a second. We're gonna talk about campaigns as a whole and marketing as a whole. And I'm gonna pick on Jamie. You can handle it. It's okay.
All right.
So a conversation I had, I get all the time, to be completely honest. Now, there are 1,001 ways to do real estate. No one is right or wrong. It is just their personal prerogative. Jamie, you use something like Boomerang, right? To send stuff out. Because of, what's the purpose?
Offer something of value and stay in front of people, right?
Something of value, stay in front of them, right? And the third one, let's be honest, you don't have to do it, do you?
No, I don't have to think about it.
You just,
Every
Swipe
once
a credit card,
in a
it's-
while, I don't, yeah, no, I put my card in there and every once
And they
in a
just do
while
it.
I'll update somebody or whatever.
but it's done for you, right?
Mhm.
Again, we kind of talked about it and alluded to it. Yours is the same as Bud's, which is the same as Danielle's, which is the same as Carol's, which is the same as mine, which is the same as Joe Schmo at XYZ Realty, right? I'm going to pick on you for half a second, and I know you can handle it.
Did you see William's office? Just saying.
No, I haven't seen. I saw his chair that I'm going to go steal. I love that chair. But no, okay, so you said you sent that out. As a consumer, what do I care? I'm getting free stuff from you, but is there what separates you from Bud?
I mean, in general, I'm particular about who I'm sending it to, so it's most of the people that are in my database.
Okay.
So chances of crossover with most of these people are probably slim, but I don't know. They might
I'm
get
going to
two
challenge you.
coupons.
I'm going to challenge you on that.
Go ahead.
Call through that list. Ask them.
How many other Boomerang
Mhm.
things you get?
How many of those did you get this month?
Okay.
Was it just mine or was it someone else's?
Right.
But same thing. Do you send it out to just a farm area or targeted?
Kind of both.
Kind of both?
Probably 3/4 sphere and then a quarter kind of open house or door knocking people I've met that I've kind of connected with or so.
Yeah. But again, there's a percentage chance, and I don't know what that is. It could be 1% or it could be 100%. Somewhere in there, there's a chance that they're getting the same thing. And if that's the only thing you're doing marketing-wise is sending out that one postcard a month, what happens when it gets returned to you because they no longer live there because they sold with Joe Schmo at ABC Realty?
Then you cry.
How does that make you feel?
Correct.
Now, I'm on the other side. no offense, I'm okay with you guys spending the money on that. Because if I have, by happenstance, someone in one of your same spheres that you're mailing this stuff out to, and I'm sending something else that talks about other things, do I stand out?
My people love my boomerang.
They do.
Oh yeah, they absolutely do.
I
But
guess
that's not the only thing I do.
Sure.
true.
I'm just, and again, and I know that.
Yeah.
However, there are some people that just go, look, I'm going to send this thing out because someone's going to do it for me. I don't have to worry about it. And that's all I'm going to do, and hope and pray that they're just going to call me. Because on those boomerangs, and I don't have one in front of me, and the people who sell, bring it up here. Let's take a look at it.
I should have kept it in my folder. Now
I love having Bud
Joel.
All right.
There you go.
So we've got one for the Alamo Draft House. Compliments of Bud Doyle, Keller Williams Executives Realty. The coolest movie theater in the world. Buy one general admission ticket, get one free. Okay. So I see all these big infographics. I've just got Bud's face on there, and I know on camera you can't really tell. I donate 10% of my income from real estate to charities that have impacted the lives of my clients. Is that one little spot right there? But I'm going to pick on you, and I know you can handle it. Where is the call to action?
There is absolutely no call to action on that.
So thank you for my buy one, get one for Alamo Draft House. But I'm going to get it anyway, aren't I? Because I'm in your database. Cool, I thank you. And then I'm going to go ahead and, I don't know, use Andrew as my real estate agent. So, when it comes to marketing, yes, do not spend a crap ton of time on this. Does anyone in here have a degree in marketing? Okay, there's always one person. And you probably love this stuff. I'm a professional squirrel chaser. I don't have enough time for this. However, what I have done is I have built it into my calendar. 1 hour a week tops. I'm allowed to go in and play with marketing stuff. If I don't get it done in that hour, I put a timer on my phone. Timer goes off, I save halfway through, and I just move on. Because guys, this is the scary part. Smart plans we talked about last week, we can kind of get in the weeds a little bit. Campaigns, I've watched agents spend 6 to 9 months creating a 36 touch, a 12 direct, an 8x8, a once a week campaign, and have never sent it out. And then they go, I'm not making any money, what's going on? Well, you spend 8 hours a day creating these campaigns. Simplify the process. It doesn't have to be perfect, it's gotta go. Just send it out. So in emails, it's the same thing. When we go to create a new campaign,
Can I ask a question
you
quick
sure can.
before we move away from direct mail? So do you feel like the direct mail campaigns for like attracting buyers or attracting listings, do you think those are more effective than say boomerang just because we're picking on it?
When done on purpose. When done on purpose, yes. If we're going out and attracting buyers and talking to that, let's use the attracting buyers as an example.
Okay.
Actually, we're going to use, because we like listings, because they pay us more money, let's be honest, and it's less work, attracting listings. I would much rather, for me, if it's done right, spend more time doing that than anything else, than the boomerang. Because I'm going to talk about where Bud gave me a 2-for-1 to the Alamo Draft House. I'm going to send out a mailer that might show up the same day, the day before, 3 weeks after, I don't know. That it's going to be something to the effect of, do you want to know how much your home is worth in today's market? If so, call me. A direct call to action to do something. So as long as that's the biggest piece in there, if you do not have a call to action, all you're doing is warm and fuzzies. And let's be honest, warm and fuzzies for yourself. Yes, I love that Bud sent me that 2-for-1. But again, from a consumer standpoint, to be a little callous, I currently don't have any allegiance to Bud, other than he gave me a 2-for-1. Now, could I use the 2-for-1 with all that stuff with Boomerang and a second piece? Absolutely.
Because then you've touched both.
Mm-hmm. Yep. From a marketing standpoint, I do not have a marketing degree. I don't know what marketing degree looks like and all that stuff, what they teach in there. But for me, I'd much rather get phone calls. Please stop sending me so much stuff. Because they have my phone number now. And I can say, I can make it all go away. When do you want to sell your house? When you want to buy a house? Something like that. I'd much rather it be out there than not enough. So on emails, when I click into that email, I get to go in here, name the campaign, select account. It's probably going to be your email address it sends from. Yes, ma'am.
So mine said not connected, and then it wants to connect it to MailChimp.
So you're going to want to go into settings and go down to the new command email and connect that. It should be your very bottom option on there. You can use MailChimp, but we already have the stuff with command, and it's like 5,000 a month for free that you can send out. And then after that,
Where is that again? Because I'm hitting the same thing.
so settings, so your name in the top right-hand corner,
Yeah, yeah,
go down to settings,
I don't understand why.
got it.
and then it should be all the way down here, command email. And if it doesn't, it should say manage if it's connected, or connect. If it's still not there, do you guys see it at all?
My settings never come up, and I have no idea why.
Again?
This is every time I try and go into settings, I get a blank screen.
Yeah, I'm not getting anything on this. I clicked on the settings and I got nothing. I got the icons on the left. Mine looks like just like Jamie's.
Yep.
You don't have the command settings, connect settings, and global?
No.
Okay, we'll look at that.
Okay.
I'll figure that out. It's probably a web browser thingy. I didn't say that, Jamie.
So if you are connected, then you're just hitting create a new campaign.
Correct. Yep.
Do you recommend everything in command through Chrome? Is that maybe why I'm not?
Depends on your operating system. You're a PC, yes, Chrome. Macs, for some reason, Chrome is not working with command right now.
All of a sudden, though,
All of a sudden.
because that was the only place it was working
Correct.
for a while, and now
Again,
all
yeah.
of a sudden it's
It
not.
doesn't.
Okay.
Yep. From a nerdy standpoint, I have on my Mac, Safari is the native. On the new PCs, Microsoft Edge, please burn that thing to the ground. It is not a web browser. It is a web viewer. You can't do squat on that thing. If you don't have them downloaded, Google Chrome and Mozilla Firefox, mozilla.org. They're both free browsers that should work. If it's not working in one browser, I apologize. Open the other one, log in, and see if it works over there. It does get funky right now. It is something that is being worked on. So when we're back in campaigns, you name the campaign. Name it whatever you want it to be. Select account should be your email address. Recipient list. You can add a recipient list. Let's say you've got a list for people you've met at open houses and you want to send out a campaign about, or an email about the next open house you're doing, as an example. Send from should say your name and your email address. The subject is what's going to show up there. Have it something catchy. And then down on the bottom right, you can hit apply design. Now there's two tabs in here right now. One is KWRI templates, and you only have two options. Or you can create your My Design template. So you created an email. You created a design of some sort, and you can now use that to send out as an email. So let's use the shredding event as an option. If you created that, you got it saved in command under your designs, you can go in there.
Seamus, I'm sorry, can I just go back real quick?
Sure.
I'm into the settings. Which one is the mail,
Down at the very bottom, command.
command email?
Correct.
Manage?
Mine says
Manage.
it's connected.
Hit manage.
Yep.
And make sure it's working.
Okay.
Huh. that's how I've got mine set up. That's how it should be. Again, after class, we can take a look at it and see what's going on.
I know.
So back under templates, newsletter style 1 or newsletter style 2. I'm going to click on 1 just so you guys can see it. It has created a background template, a image of what your email is going to look like. And then you'll notice on the right that you can then go in and edit all of this stuff. One of the things I noticed on here, where'd it go? Down towards the bottom of your email templates. A couple weeks ago, we said we don't need our brokerage license ID. Apparently we do now. If you want it, I will read it out for you guys and take notes. It is 400-15557.
One more time.
400-15557. Save that to a sticky note somewhere. And so on this design, you've got section 1, section 2, 3, and 4. So you can go in and on the right-hand side, let's go to section 1. And as you type on the right-hand side in those, it'll update on the left-hand side. I said this is stuff. You can add that in. You can add in images. So these are newsletters. So what are some things we can put into a newsletter? Market stats, yeah. You could go general market stats for the Denver metro area, or if you're sending this out to a neighborhood list, that neighborhood itself. What are some other items you can do? Local events. Are we in spring yet? I mean, it's Colorado, so we're in like second winter,
Yeah.
fall, spring, whatever you want to call it. But what do we talk about this time of year around the house? Spring cleaning, things like that. One of the things we're looking at in our house is when are we going to get our sprinklers turned back on? Things like that. Neighborhood events. What happened in the stock market? It tanked. What did the Fed do this morning?
Lowered rates.
Lowered rates.
Wait, how'd you get to the newsletter?
I went on the emails down to the bottom right, apply design. And then I clicked on newsletter style 1 as an example. Again, not everything is going to be functioning 100% right now, but my thought process, and I was talking to my coach about this last week, I'd much rather get in and start playing with this stuff now and getting it set up, so as more and more things come out, I'm already a step ahead of the game. Because there are going to be agents out there that aren't in this class that should be, that are going to wait until everything's 100%. It's not going to ever get there, but I'd much rather be working on it now.
I had somebody this morning that asked me if housing prices were gonna tank because of the coronavirus. I'm like, are you serious? I'm like, what are you reading the news? Like I am, because in China, like the cases have already dropped like exponentially compared to what they started out as.
Well, that's a great thing. World events.
Right. But I was thinking, do you really want it to get to the point where you know, it's horrible, and so everyone, you know, are you really going to go out and look at houses if we're all
right? There's a team, a local team that is changing all of their showing information. You're required to wear booties, or take your shoes off, and they are going to hand you, from that person's Facebook post, hand you hand sanitizer as you walk in and as you leave. Or could I was listening to the news, this is my personal standpoint, yes, coronavirus is happening, people have died, tragic. So have people died from the flu.
Right.
And if you look at it, you know, a few years ago there was SARS and MRSA and swine flu and the Aztec 2012, oh my God, the end of the world's happening. There's always something every year. Can it affect the markets? Yes. We saw that with the stock market. However, could you create a newsletter
Right.
that
That's a
talks
good
about
one.
that exact
That's
thing?
a good one, actually.
Can it? Sure, maybe.
Right.
Do we see any signs of it? Now, I would make sure you are educated in that subject matter.
Right.
I'm personally not going to write one because I'm not going to read a bunch of science journals about coronavirus. I don't care.
Right.
It happens, and I'm going to keep washing my hands like I've always done.
Right.
But those are things that you could put in a newsletter, you could send out. Would that be a value?
That might even just be a good social media post right
Yeah.
now.
Oh, yeah.
Just to,
So as you've gone in and you've filled out all this stuff, you're going to hit apply design. Hopefully it doesn't yell at me. I think it's going to. Yeah, it's going to yell at me. So let's go back. Okay, just kidding. But as you would fill that out, you got your list, you created your newsletter, you've created all that stuff. Top right hand corner, save as draft, preview, or send. I would preview it, make sure it looks right, because sometimes it doesn't translate all that well. The nice thing is with all these designs, when you go into that preview mode, you can see what it looks like on a computer. You can see what it looks like on a tablet. You can see what it looks like on a smartphone. So that way, and the system's intelligent, it should adjust the aspect ratios for you, but I would double check it just to make sure. And then hit send, and you're on your merry way.
Do you currently have some email campaigns going, James? Like, do you kind of have sort of a 12 touch or a whatever?
With my team, yes. In command right now, no. Okay. However, what I'm going to start doing is pulling some of that stuff over into command, so I've got it. That way, again, when it goes, my team, and we talked about this a couple weeks ago, my team will crash command in about 30 seconds with the amount of stuff we have running. We can't live in this ecosystem right now. So individually, I'm going in and adding them. And again, so I'm ahead of the curve.
So the goal is it's all automated. You've kind of got sort of the mousetrap built.
Correct. Yep. The last thing we have on here are search ad and social ad paid. We've all seen paid advertising, right? You're scrolling through Facebook and you get all those promotions and all that stuff. We can do those here as well. I haven't spent a lot of time in the Google ad, so we're not going to touch that at all. But in social ad, same thing. You want to name it. Select what you're trying to do, advertise listing, advertise multiple listings, attract talent, brand awareness, attract buyers. Let's go advertise listing. Where will the campaign run? Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram? One, both, all three? Dealer's choice. I only have Facebook connected right now, so I'm just going to click that and set up campaign. Because I'm doing a listing, the first thing it's going to have me do is go search for a listing. Here's what I'm going to tell you guys. It should find your listings. It should find most properties. As long as, on the right-hand side here, it's really small, change status to all status and show, instead of only my listings, all listings. Give it some time to think. Something went wrong. Okay, fine. Oh, now it's not going to work. listing, all status, all listings. Okay, something went wrong. It's mad at me. But you can go in and search for that property address, and it'll pull that information in. It'll pull all of the photos, everything. So we're gonna pretend that we have a listing in here. Then you go in and add your main copy. Again, this is an ad. This is a Facebook ad. So we're gonna put in information. Just listed, just sold, open house, whatever you want. The headline, again, some sort of catchy headline. The description, it gives you an example. Now the main copy, if it's pulled over your listing, the main copy will be your MLS description. Or you can change to whatever you want. Now remember, text cannot contain misleading content that implies personal attributes, adult or political content. It is that time of year. Don't post politics on your business page. The next thing you have is add media. You can add images or video. Again, if this is a listing that you have, it'll pull in all those images from MLS and KWLS, and you can go in and pick the image or images you want. The next item is channel options, Facebook ad. And you can configure this. So the account is my account. The page is my business page. You can do Facebook lead generation form or use a site or landing page. Pros and cons to both. Pro for using the Facebook lead generation form, from a consumer standpoint, they don't have to leave Facebook. The downside is that information is in Facebook and you get notified through Facebook. Using a site or landing page. Pro, you control it. You can have them fill out whatever you want. Con, some people, myself included, if I'm being bounced out to another website, I'm going to be a little more hesitant to give my contact information or accurate contact information. You can change the button that they click on to sign up now, apply now, learn more. Follow-up destination URL. Type in a URL or a site. I don't know, I might send them to a site after they've filled out everything. I want them to go to the download page for my mobile app, as an example. And then ad targeting. We're not going to spend a ton of time on this because we're going to get into the weeds. But when we use custom settings, you can target my database or target a custom audience. And we can go, let's say Highlands Ranch, 20-mile radius. You can add or change interests. Now, our director of technology for the region, Leslie, came out, what was that, a month and a half ago? And gave us a cheat sheet list of things for this page. I'm pretty sure Amber put that out on the Facebook page. But you can go in here and add in anything. If we click on interests, I mean, look at all of these. Accounting, acting, advertising, apartments, architecture, balance transfer, bank account. You can find whatever targets you want. And as you look at them, it shows the estimated audience. So branch banking, estimated audience is just short of 18 million. People have that as an interest. Jamie, do you remember what some of them were?
I was trying, I feel like I had a picture on my phone and I can't find it.
Let's see, I typed in real estate. I found real estate broker, investing, development, appraisal, economics, entrepreneur, license. Let's go real estate broker. For sale, not bulk sale. sale by owner. As you add those in, and you can add in as many as you want, it shows you the targeted audience right there. So within a 20-mile radius of Highlands Ranch, we can refine it to that. And then we can set our duration and budget. Default, it's 10 days for $3 a day.
When you add the interest, does it narrow it or it widens it?
Narrows.
Okay.
So as we Facebook everyone.
Okay.
Facebook people who like for sale by owner, a little smaller. Or like it'll limit those down. Some people will be in multiple categories. Some people will only be in one. But the nice thing is you get to go in here and set your budgets. 10 days, $3 a day. The way Facebook works with ads is as time goes on, they start to figure out how much it's going to charge per click. And when you get to that $3 for the day, it shuts off. Could happen in, I don't know, 30 seconds. It could happen in 14 hours. But as you build that, it goes in. Some of the numbers I've heard is people are getting leads for about 7 cents per lead doing Facebook ads through command. Right now, I would venture a guess, semi-uneducated, but understanding pay-per-click advertising, you're probably going to average somewhere around 40 cents per lead. I'm bad at math. 40 cents per lead at $10. How many leads would I get? Let's call it 10 for easy math. I don't know. 10 leads in 10 days. You found it?
Okay, found the list. Yeah.
Perfect. Is it on the Facebook page? Okay.
Are we rattled off?
No, we just know it's on the Facebook page. It's a lot. I mean, if you want to.
It's so it's Zillow, Realtor.com, Trulia, mortgage insurance, mortgage loans, mortgage calculator, house hunting, Homes.com for sale by owner, first time home buyer grant, renting, Rent.com, rent to own, renters insurance, real estate, FHA insured loan, custom home, and real estate. I can text the picture to anybody who wants it.
I'd like it.
That's a pretty good list. That's kind of that
Me too.
unofficial secret sauce or secret formula for interests. And as you fill this out, everything on the right-hand side, this is going to be what your ad looks like. And all you do is hit publish in the top right-hand corner, and it'll run.
The advantage of this though is really kind of to be doing it on multiple, like social media things,
Multiple
right?
platforms.
Otherwise, you could just go do it through Facebook campaigns, but this is so you can do Twitter, Facebook, like a Hootsuite.
Correct.
Okay.
Yep. So yeah, you can send it out to all of those. And so because there's going to be people who follow you more on Facebook than Instagram, or more on Instagram than Twitter, or whatever,
Gotcha.
and all that stuff. Again, when it comes to a marketing standpoint of my name going out there, I want my name out there, my advertising out there as much as humanly possible. I want people to say, oh my God, I see you everywhere. That's the idea. So I would, I'm going to go in. I need to connect my other social medias to this so I can do that as well and do those paid advertising, those paid posts out to all my mediums with that as well. So questions, comments? Nothing? Sweet.
Till you walk out of the room, but it's like, wow.
Again, there's a lot to go through with this, guys. What I would recommend, put a small, no more than an hour, chunk of time into your calendar to work on this stuff. What I've done in the past to get stuff set up with our old system with eEdge, with Playster, with all these other bells and whistles. I give myself 1 hour and I give myself that time. I have 3 items I want to accomplish. I set a timer. So the example I use, some of you won't understand what I'm talking about, but those of you who've been here for a while, remember the e-agency website? Like ultra nerdy, all this stuff. I come from a tech background. My dad works in tech. I went over to his house and said, I've got these cool new websites. Let's set them up. We spent 6 hours in my dad's basement playing with the websites. And at that point in time, we had 2 of them. We had a few cocktails. And all we did in those 6 hours was came up with great ideas. And the only thing we changed was the website addresses. It was a waste of 6 hours. Go in, set these things up that we've gone over the last few weeks as actionable items. Prioritize them. I want to get this done, then this done, then this done. Set a timer for whatever time frame you allotted yourself. When that timer goes off, walk away. If you've only got half of the first item done, save, make note of where you're at, and walk away from it. If you get all 3 of those things done in 30 minutes, you just gave yourself a 30-minute break. Don't add more in. 2 or 3 items in your calendar once a week, get in the system. As time goes on, you're going to be able to expand and modify that stuff, and it will make more sense as time goes on. Okay? That's all I've got for you guys for today. Next week, and I'm going to shotgun blast this out. Next week is from 11 to 1. It's 2 hours. It is open forum Q&A. Come in. Let's have fun. Bring your questions. Write them down. What we'll probably do is put a bunch of questions up on the whiteboard, and we're going to go through all of those. Bring your laptops in. Bring your stuff. I want you guys in here playing with the system. The more you do, the more it makes sense. Cool. If that's all you got, we're done. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Cheers.